Hey guys, and welcome to a new series of videos I'm planning on doing, hopefully weekly. Just keeping you guys up to date on some gaming news, maybe other than Battlefield 3, just general gaming news from around the interweb on various popular games and things that are coming out. Let's start at home with Battlefield 3, some bits and bobs to go over there. Work on the Battlefield 3 port to the upcoming Wii U console has been shelved. There has been a dispute between EA and Nintendo regarding Origin on the new console. So all developers working on the Wii U version of Battlefield 3 are now been shipped over to work on Battlefield 4 instead. And that is planned for release on Wii U. And they're going to be including touchscreen controls. So that'll be a direct port of Battlefield 4 coming to Wii U when Battlefield 4 has been released. Sticking with Battlefield 3 for the time being, the price has also been dropped in America. It has now gone to $39.99. It's probably to help aid sales of the game, with Medal of Honor due to release in the next couple of months. Also some DLCs about to drop as well, so just trying to drum up a few more sales before that. It's not really that surprising. So that is a great time really to grab the game if you're in America. Now it's been dropped in price. Also, some interesting news relating to the Medal of Honor pre-orders. Those who pre-order Medal of Honor Warfighter will get access to the Battlefield 4 beta when that is released, probably in fall 2013 or winter for those of you who are in the UK. But news has come through now, and EA and DICE have confirmed that Battlefield 3 Premium members will not get automatic access into the beta. So being a Premium member will not get you into the beta by default. There are other ways of getting into the beta, or will be other ways of getting into it closer to the time. But right now, the only confirmed way of getting into that beta is to pre-order Medal of Honor Warfighter. So there we have it. Moving swiftly on now then to the popular zombie shooter Days. Even if you haven't played it, I'm sure you guys have heard of it. And there's some great news coming from the Days camp this week. They have now reached a milestone of 1 million unique players. Now that's fantastic. You know, for a mod, that really is awesome. But there's better news than that. For those of you who play Days, I think you'll be really glad to know that it has now been officially confirmed Days is to become a standalone game. The creator, Dean Rocket Hall, is going to be the lead on the project, backed by Bohemia Interactive. Now, there's no word on a release of this yet, but he has stated development on the mod will continue in tandem with the development of the new game. So anyone currently playing the mod version will still be able to carry on doing so whilst they're creating the standalone game. And he's promised some more info on that in the coming weeks and months, so stay tuned on that. Moving on now to another game that I think is going to be huge, the free-to-play MMO FPS Planetside 2. That is the beta for the game has now started. Well, it's kind of started. It was meant to be released last night, 10 PM UK time, but quite a few technical issues delayed the start, and they put it back until this morning. After finding through some of these technical issues, the beta has now started, and all those who got their keys that were sent out yesterday, I think on the day before, will now be able to start to play. The keys are going to be sent out in waves. There is an order to it, so Planetside 1 subscribers will be in the first wave, followed by, I believe, inactive Planetside accounts, followed then by priority keys. If you're like myself, I got a priority key from PC Gamer, so I'm not going to be one of the first to get in, but over the coming weeks, I should get my email and be able to join the beta. That is a game I am really looking forward to, so keep tabs on that. It is under NDA even when you get into the beta, and they have stressed more than many other companies, this isn't a beta for fun, this is a beta to find bugs, and they have stressed that, and they carry on stressing it. If you're in the beta, they really, really want you to be trying to make that game better by fixing bugs and finding, well, not fixing them, that would be silly, by finding the bugs. So if you do get in, please make an effort. If you find a bug, report it. A little bit of exciting news. It's not really official or anything, but apparently Embedded involves awesome, and it is awesome. If you haven't tried it out, you should. Source Filmmaker, you should get over and give that a go. It's an epic piece of software. There have reportedly been over 60 references to the engine referred to as Source 2. Now, this news is coming in from a website called valvetime.net, and I'll read something off their website. It reads, "We're only one file deep, and already it's clear that the references to Source 2 are indeed referring to next-gen engine that Valve is currently developing." Now, I guess this news isn't really that surprising, considering Valve are constantly working on the Source engine in one form or another. It's a bit like the Unreal Engine. They update it all the time. They add little bits to it, tweaks to it. But eventually, a new iteration will be released. More importantly than, I guess, the Source engine, this could mean that there is life in Half-Life 3. I think when they released Source 1, that was in line with Half-Life 2. They released Half-Life 2 with the new Source engine that Half-Life was based on. I think that same thing's going to happen. They're going to release Source 2 with Half-Life 3. Half-Life 3 is going to be based on this new engine, and it's probably the game that's going to be pushing the Source 2 engine. So I think when Source 2 is released, you will see Half-Life 3, or vice versa, really. When Half-Life 3 is released, that is when Source 2 will eventually drop. But it's not really that surprising that they're working on it. Last of all, I'm going to fire off some bits and bobs now. Star Wars Old Republic is going free to play this November. It's been out for a while now, but they've lost a lot of numbers, so they're throwing that to free to play to try and beef up some subscribers there, or rather bring back some players that were subscribers. Mafia 3 has been announced as a next-gen title, going on to PS4 and Xbox 720, or whatever they will be called when they're released. Was hoping to be a release title, but that's very unlikely now due to delays, and they've had to lay off a lot of people. Also, Infinity Ward is rumoured to be working on a next-gen title as well. Obviously, Treyarch is due to release back end of this year, I think it is, COD Black Ops 2, which looks absolutely terrible. But Infinity Ward, the other side, is rumoured to be working on the next-gen version, which will probably come out, obviously, in a year's time, in 2013, winter-ish 2013, in line with when we expect the new consoles to come out. And last of all, for the oldies amongst you, it has been confirmed there is a new Tex Murphy game. Has now been confirmed thanks to Kickstarter. They reached their goal. A lot of you probably have no idea what Tex Murphy is. It was a legendary game back in the day, live action. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but that's it from me for this week. Be sure to check back next week. I'm going to have loads more news, assuming the internet's kind to me, and tune in. Thank you.